The first thing you have to keep in mind about Harlem is that it became the symbol of black urbanism throughout the world during the 1920s, 30s, and 40s. And we really have to begin there. Harlem was, only for about a quarter century, the largest urban center for black life in the world. By 1950, about 700,000 African Americans lived here. It was a center of black imagination. It was a center of black genius and black life. The plays and the films and the artists and poets of the Harlem Renaissance of the 1920s, they all lived in this neighborhood. The heads of the NAACP, like W.E.B. Du Bois, lived in Dunbar apartments in the Harlem community. So the center of black life all really evolves around Harlem. And that's why Malcolm identified with it. He got off the train in early 1942, and like an eager tourist, he tramped up and down 125th Street. And he saw and gawked at all the iconic sights, and he makes a determination that he's never going to return to Boston, that he's going to live in Harlem and work there. The brother who has the greatest impact on him from Harlem at this time is the representative of Harlem in New York City's City Council, Adam Clayton Powell Jr. During the Great Depression and in the 1940s, black people frequently were not hired at white-owned stores in Harlem. And so Powell organized a protest called "Don't Buy Where You Can't Work." Malcolm, as far as we know, did not participate in them, but they did have an impact on him. A decade later, when he became the minister of Mos 7, he began to employ the same kinds of tactics as Adam Clayton Powell Jr. One major turning point occurred in 1957.
This is the 28th precinct of the New York Police Department. Back in 1957, 3 African-American men, members of the Nation of Islam, were beaten up and taken to this facility. Malcolm X arrived and demanded the hospitalization of one of the brothers named Hinton Johnson. The police refused. Within a few minutes, about 4,000 or 5,000 people, all around where I'm standing, came out here, surrounded the precinct, and demanded their release. Malcolm walked out of this facility at about 2 a.m., and after he secured the hospitalization of Johnson, Malcolm agreed to call off the impasse. He walked outside, did like this, and told the crowd to disperse.
This is how Malcolm got to love Harlem, and Harlemites got to love Malcolm. Harlemites learned to trust Malcolm and to respect him as a leader and as a person who would sacrifice himself for the fight for freedom.